When you live in the country and you run out of whiskey, it's not a simple run down the block or across town for another bottle. It is, however, a drive through what I feel is one of the most beautiful rural landscapes. Bluffs and river valleys, wildlife around every corner, and classic old farms. If you get into a traffic jam, it is probably a tractor man, or an Amish buggy, or a flock of turkeys. Maybe you will even spot a red-tailed hawk on your way into town. During one of these whiskey runs, the dream of opening a distillery struck me like a bolt of lightning. It was like, boom, we can do this. Produce locally crafted spirits from grains grown on local farms here in the heart of Wisconsin's Driftless area. However, with further thought, the plan of manufacturing spirits has developed more like a bourbon whiskey. A mashing of my life's experiences in education, construction, wildlife biology, and farming, slowly distilled and then aged for years to create the Red Tail Distilling vision. My name is Dan Johnson, and I am the owner and the founder of Red Tail Distilling. Red Tail Distilling is very fortunate to have found a home right on Main Street in Viroqua, Wisconsin. With off-street parking, 2 old buildings built in the 1940s, and an acre of land, we have one of the most visible locations in town and space to grow. But besides our great location, we are excited to be a part of a community that is home to so many talented and innovative people, many of whom have been leaders in the organic and sustainable foods movement, both locally and nationally. The health and the survival of wildlife and the ecosystem as a whole is directly related to how we farm. That is why Red Tail Distilling, whose namesake is the red-tailed hawk, is committed to spirits production from organic grains. Our Beef for Bourbon Kickstarter is a crowdfunding campaign to raise some initial capital to cover business development costs prior to traditional lending and financing. Funds will be used to cover costs associated with business planning, branding, and property upgrades. Your first question is probably, what does beef have to do with bourbon? Our first answer is that a bourbon glaze goes great with a chuck roast or tenderloin. However, our primary reason for partnering beef with spirits is to offer an exciting reward for helping us to raise some financing. The beef we offer is a reflection of the sustainable farming practices we will continue to require for the corn, rye, and barley grown to create our spirits. Rewards will not be limited to carnivores. Those wishing to help can expect the usual t-shirts, glasses, hats, and distillery tours as a thank you for your support. Red Tail Distilling would like to thank all of you for taking the time to learn about our future distillery in Viroqua, Wisconsin. We look forward to seeing you in the future. Cheers!